Please, pick a card, and I'll reveal all which is unseen. Wait, what are you— I've played a lot of games where you play as a detective, trying to solve a murder mystery to find the true culprit, but I haven't played any games where you play as the culprit themselves. Until now. Who's Lila is a point-and-click horror game on Steam that came out last year, and the description immediately caught my eye. A reverse detective adventure where you control your character's face. So let's see where they take this unique idea. This review is going to be structured a bit differently than my others, because not only is this game short, it has multiple endings. 18 in total, 3 of which are secret. I'm going to cover every ending in order of when I got them on my blind playthrough. My order was Judgement, Moon, Justice, High Priestess, Temperance, Empress, Emperor, Hierophant, The Tower, The Fool, Death, Wheel of Fortune, The Hanged Man, Lovers, Sun, Strength, and then finally End of Discussion. For the most part, I think this is a pretty good order to beat the game in, so let's get started with the recaps. We start out in William Clark's apartment. We grab the trash to take out and head downstairs, greeting Miss Hutchins at the front desk, giving us a taste of how controlling Will's face feels. You give him the old touch and grab, and that sounds wrong. You touch the part of the face you want to alter when prompted and drag it to make a face. That's the gameplay mechanic. Arriving at school, everyone seems to be talking about Tanya Kennedy, our missing classmate who was reportedly last seen with Will. Not looking good. We go upstairs to steal our friend Martha's keys and head out to meet her at her condo. She's been spreading some rumors about us. We run into a tenant, but we convince him that we're a rat exterminator with our confidence. We hide in Martha's closet. Will, is there something you want to tell me? And ruthlessly judge the contents of the room. Wow, Will, I'm sorry that Martha wanted to dry off her underwear in the comfort of her own room. Who do you think you are? Oh, Martha's here. Well, I'm sure Will came here to have a nice, reasonable chat with Martha and— Whoa, okay, I'm starting to think Will might have done something to Tanya after all. Heading back to the apartment, Will is stopped by the police and taken into questioning. All we have to do now is convince them that we're innocent and pin the crime on someone else. We get interrogated by Officer Hutchins, who's acting as the good cop, and Officer Fisher, who's acting as the bad cop. Hutchins is easy to convince. We just need to affirm most of what he says and play dumb at the end. Here comes Officer Fisher trying to intimidate us into a confession. We stand up for ourselves and point fingers at Tanya's boyfriend, Mike, who she had a fight with at the party before she went missing. The officers believe us, and we're introduced to Detective Yu, who refers to us as Lila. Strange. After this interaction, we've completed Judgment. Now that we're back at the main menu, at any time we can meet with Detective Yu and review our tarot cards for some insight on each ending. So, can we play Uno with these, or? Instead of going to school, we're going to a party. I was never invited to any major parties when I was in high school, so I could finally see what they're like. We see a couple. Let's go talk to them. It couldn't hurt to have some friends. A cigarette? No, guys, smoking is bad. We head into the party and go upstairs to confront Martha. Will hits her with the lime lips stare and reassures her before heading back downstairs. So we go on a walk with Tanya to help clear her mind, telling her that the world doesn't revolve around her and that even though she's not a bad person, we really don't understand her. She takes our previously obtained cigarette and then we dance.
Yo, bro, why are you doing that?
Jay-Z ain't dropped yet, bro.
Don't worry, Mega Man drops January 7th. Listen.
Whoa, hold on, was it a barn owl jump scare? Barn owls aren't scary, why is this little guy here? Oh god, where are we now? I think I have more questions than answers now. What the fuck? Oh shit, you can make custom color palettes. I'll go with the soothing shade of
Untitled.
This ending has a very similar setup to Judgment, so I'll keep this short. Instead of immediately going to Martha's condo, we went to the roof. Tanya's boyfriend Mike comes to confront Will about where the hell his girlfriend went. We fake him out, beating him in a fight, then we head to Martha's condo. We end up getting interrogated again, but we don't point fingers, no. Instead, we just get caught. That's the main difference between this ending and Judgment. Well, moving on. Skipping back to the roof scene, we make ourselves seem high and mighty, even quoting Tanya to Mike's face. He doesn't take kindly to this, pushing us off the damn roof. Wow, okay, that was an extreme fucking reaction for no goddamn reason. We're in some sort of liminal space hospital. No one in sight, yet there's a sense of familiarity. Going into the hallway, we're treated to a wonderfully poetic cutscene. Afterwards, we find ourselves in a strange new location.
Ah, shit, it's like moving through molasses. Where do I even go?
A boat! I love boats. I'm strangely good at kayaking. I bet if my college had a team, I would totally join. I mean, the water's great, but do not even get me started on keeping my balance. It's a good thing I only walked on my tiptoes from ages 1 to 4, or else I would be screwed. It's nice to feel the slow and steady drift of the water. Wait, where are we going? Damn, this is just like a Goofy movie. I changed the color palette back, fuck you. This is one of the secret endings. It's also the arcana I got when I took the What Tarot Card Are You quiz, so this ending better be cool. We do a lot of the same setup as Judgment and Justice, but when we finally end up in the interrogation room, we're disgusted when Officer Hudgens asks if our name is Will. Our name is actually Lila. We've been Lila the whole time. That's why I've been referring to him as we, because we're simultaneously controlling Will, the body, and Lila, the spirit. She's been using him as a vessel. For now, it's unclear where she originated from, but now we know she's connected to Will's religious fraternity. She's a parasite and Will's the host, but they need each other to survive. Let's keep going. We need to keep going. I've neglected the tutorial for too long now. Let's finally practice some silly faces. You get a call to meet our fellow fraternity member Strupnev at the train station for an important talk. Once we get there, we learn that our pastor, Father Lawrence, died in a fire, before Strupnev angrily asks if Lila is communicating with us. We lie and say no, but he notices. This leads to possibly the worst section of the game. Trying to put a stealth section into a point-and-click game is almost as clunky as it sounds. In order to get this ending at all, you need to have completed Empress first. Now that we have Father Lawrence's address, we rush over to see what's left. We get into the complex, and shit, that's a cool looking couch. Wait.
Damn it, we're back in the slow world.
Oh cool, there's someone here. Let's go say hi. Did he look like Jorma, or is that just me? Emperor leads into this ending. Since Father Lawrence gave us a Steam link, did he just say all of that out loud? We can access a new gameplay mechanic. Meet the Daimon, a friendly servitor who will help us on our journey. Not only that, but he's very well liked based on the Steam reviews. Funny lad, scares the hell out of me though. What a guy. He's like the dad I never had. Well, I'm sure this little dude would be a wonderful companion for the rest of the game. What do you mean he only helps you reach 2 endings? Yeah, despite how much I love the idea of opening this guy up while playing the game to have him reveal clues, he's not utilized nearly as much as he could be. Regardless, we go back to the complex. Our little diamond friend has a message for us. Let's just call his phone number and... Father Lawrence? What the hell, man? I thought you died. What the hell is an ARG? Okay, so in order to get into Father Lawrence's computer, we not only need to enter his randomly generated password, but then we need to click on a link which will take us to an actual website outside of the game. It's some conspiracy blog about how humans have a parasitic relationship with consciousness. At the end of said blog is a link to a document entitled Emergency Handling. We don't need to read all of that right now. At the end of the first page is a password for the computer, First Gold. Once we enter that, we are given the full document in-game. This is easily one of the most interesting endings to reach in my opinion. Games with outside elements like this are typically carried by their fan base to even discover any of this stuff. I might as well get the other diamond ending done while I have them open. We observe the painting we have in our apartment when the diamond icon on our screen starts flashing. What is it, boy? The calamity happened on 13/11. Well, keeping in mind this game was made by a Russian studio, we gather that 13/11 is November 13th. So we set the internal clock on our computer to November 13th, and boom, here we are, at the end of the world. We need to escape Lila, our inner demon, so we outrun her up the tower. Oh, I get it. We got thrown off the building again. Watch the same great Lila cutscene. But this time, we check out this old projector. Then we sail down the river once more. There's not much to say about this ending on its own. Guess you could say trying to explain it without further context is a fool's endeavor. It took a while, but we're finally going to a new part of the school, the boiler room. Do you love randomly generated mazes? If so, then this is the ending for you. It's not actually that difficult. All we have to do is listen to which door has louder music. Once done successfully, we run into the Empress, and we're prompted to close our eyes. You can't tell me what to do. Okay, fine, I'll close my damn eyes. Oh god, I do not have the core strength to climb up these stairs without getting dizzy. Let's hope William does. Except it's not William climbing up those stairs, it's Lila. We make it up and speak with the machine, and take its wheel, which is where Will's soul is contained. This is really bad. Oh, come on. Now that we have William in our inventory, we can go back to the liminal hospital and swap the reel and the projector. Now Will is fronting rather than Lila. We did it! More sailing. How fun. Who thought it could be so easy to foil her plan? It wasn't that easy. Damn it. Lovers is a bit of a pain to reach, since you can only do it after completing Empress and Emperor in order right before. As you can tell, I went for Hierophant, the other ending that unlocks at that point. But replaying a couple endings is worth it, because we finally got the key to Tanya's locker. Let's see what kind of secrets she's hiding. Aw, a cat! With an Android password on the collar. It's a weird name. We unlock Tanya's phone and get her address. Heading over, we finally get a full cutscene of how her and Will interacted in bed. Afterward, we enter our kitchen and have another traumatic flashback. Will can't hide from his past forever, and Lila can't control her future, despite her efforts.
You look very cute today. Don't scream.
We not only found Tanya's address on her phone, but also a Twitter link. I'm not calling it X. Clicking on it tells us that she was getting drinks at the Sunshine Cafe. Once we arrive, we sit down and converse with the waitress, who knows about Lila and our previous interaction with Detective Yu. She's implied to be a confidant for Lila, someone she vents to about her strange parasite problems. Maybe the waitress is a parasite herself. This isn't explained. This is by far my favorite ending, and I'm not really sure why. It's so simple, but it raises so many questions. Who is this waitress? How does she know Lila? Is any of this real? We don't get to know, and that's why I like it. It holds up a mysterious atmosphere that the rest of the game worked so hard to build up, and I guess that's why it's so satisfying to me. Okay, so I have a terrible fucking sore throat right now, so if the rest of the video sounds off, I'm sorry. The reason I got Strength last is because the criteria to get it is weirdly specific in comparison to its parallel endings, Judgment and Justice. First, we need to make some more silly faces in the mirror. Then we make our way back to the roof and act increasingly pissed off at Mike, further escalating the situation without causing him to push us off the roof again.
Oh my god!
Skipping forward to the interrogation, we're scared and terrified. The officers pick up on this. I'm pretty sure this is where Officer Hutchins asks if Will is neurodivergent. Very respectfully, I may add. We turn ourselves in, enveloped in shame and guilt for our actions, showing Will's strength to overtake Lila for one final moment. As previously mentioned, Detective U is chilling out in our save and load menu where, at any time, we can visit and review each ending to get some insight from an outside source. Certain lore is explained here, however, the wording is still vague, so they don't give everything away to the player. That would ruin the mystery. At a certain point, Detective U decides to take matters into his own hands. While reviewing the Hierophant ending, he pulls a gun on Lila, determined to end the cycle. Here you can get one of two achievements. Either you shoot Lila, getting tricked by her, which is what I did, or don't shoot, and outsmart Lila. There are Steam achievements tied to both of these actions, but you can only do one in a playthrough, making it impossible to 100% achievements. Gee, I sure hope someone got fired for that blunder. So that's what I was referencing in the intro. Oh shit! Anyway, once you get through every card, Lila agrees to tell Detective U her secret, which is a debug link. Nothing's ever easy with her, is it? Through a bit of data mining, we find Lila's monologue. She is the mystery, remaining alive as long as the player does not understand her. The question of who's Lila does not need an answer because there's no answer. The question itself is personified as Lila. So that's it, huh?